Right, we are less than 2 weeks away from the start of training camp for the Vikings and year 6 for quarterback Kirk Cousins in purple. Last season was his best as he led the Vikings to 13 victories. At the same time, he was being filmed by Netflix as part of a documentary on NFL quarterbacks. And it gives fans a look like none other of what life is like behind the curtain.
I literally thought it was JJ. I turned around and I looked and I saw him standing. I thought that was the curl.
What did you want fans, though, to see, or what do you hope they take away from watching the commitment that you put into this sport?
Well, if they're fans of the Vikings and they follow us as closely as they do, I just hope they enjoy the access to the content. I would think that it's fun to see, you know, how a quarterback prepares for the game behind the scenes, how he has to take care of his body, how he has to be a dad and a husband, and you know, how he builds in his break time to catch his breath. So there were all those variables that I think would be fun and interesting for a fan. I know if I was someone, you know, growing up following quarterbacks and wanting to learn from them, I would think something like this I would eat up.
You have a memorabilia room at your house, and it's kind of tucked away. How often do you spend time in there?
I don't go down there too much, except to, you know, organize it, if you will, at the end of the season when I have accumulated a few more items to bring them down there and put them away and get it straightened up. But for me, I was accumulating so many memories going back to high school and college, and I was just putting them in plastic bins and putting them in storage on shelves. And I thought, you know, it's a shame that these are just going to sit in bins unless I have an actual intentional place to put them. So that was why we planned that room, and it's a work in progress, but to have it and to know that all that stuff is not just sitting in a bin on a shelf, but that it's actually out and you can go back through and kind of see the history of not just your football career, but really of your life. A lot of those mementos mean a great deal to me, and it reminds me of the movie Richie Rich, which came out when I was growing up, and they have a vault that someone tries to crack into, and when they finally do get into the vault, they realize it's just a bunch of junk. And the family says, no, this isn't junk. This is our memories. This is the stuff that's priceless to us. And that's really what that room is all about, is even if it's worth nothing to someone else, many of those things are priceless to me, and that's why they're in there.
But our builder came up with the idea to do a Murphy door here, do a little hidden door to get to it. But I wanted the room to be out of the way. I didn't want all of this out in the open in the family room, you know.
I think I got the story right from watching it. Your builder put a shelf in there for the Lombardi trophy. Is that something that you look at and say, God, that's really annoying that shelf is sitting there? Or is it inspiring to see that shelf sitting there waiting for that trophy?
Every year, it doesn't get filled with the Lombardi. It's getting more and more annoying, but it's good motivation, too. So I'll take all the motivation I can get, and nothing would make me happier than to see that notch in the room have a Lombardi trophy for the rest of my life, and that's what we're chasing, starting here in a couple weeks.
First return to Washington in 5 years.
And as we lined up, it was man coverage, and I thought, this could be our lucky day here.
And it's caught at the 25 of Washington. You all right, brother?
Yeah, I'll be good. Wind knocked out of me. I'm good.
All right, great. Let's
Wind knocked out of me.
All right, take your time.
I got the wind knocked out of me. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Hey, you could have been the worst.
I'm good.
Right now, you, I hope, feel physically fine. But after watching this episode where you just get pounded and pounded, play after play, but you get up and you go right to the huddle, is it a mental thing that you don't want to show the opponent that, you know, that one stung, that one hurt, and kind of like try to play a mental game right back at them?
I think it's very important that you don't show a chink in your armor during the game that could give your opponent an advantage. So to the degree that you can sort of hide it, if you will, I think that's important strategically. But I also think there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. If you're injured, there's no such thing as toughing it out or pushing through it. That can lead to all kinds of bigger issues. So when you're injured, you say you're injured, they come out and evaluate you and you're off the field. But when you're hurt and you can play through it, I think those are the moments where it's important to grit your teeth and get up and get back to the huddle. And in some of those moments, it was more of a I'm hurt more than I'm injured, and I can get back in the huddle and get back to work. And if it ever was to a point where I didn't feel I could be the best quarterback that I need to be for us to win, then I would say, Nick Mullins, it's time for you to go in, and I got to get out. But as long as I feel I can still do the job, you got to play through that pain.
The Colts game. At halftime, you guys basically were talking, and again, I'm putting words in your mouth here, but basically, let's just try to get something out of this and not totally embarrass ourselves after that first half. When it started rolling, when the things started coming your way and the momentum came back to your side and you eventually won, of course, became part of NFL history. You watched that segment back. Do you see anything different in there after going through the film and stuff where you go, oh, yeah, that does make sense to me, or this maybe is why that happened?
I'm still trying to figure out how we came back in one half and scored all those points after not scoring the whole first half. It'll always probably puzzle me the rest of my life. But football's played one play at a time. Life is lived one day at a time. It's tempting to think beyond that, but you really have to stay in the present. Even when you're down 33-0, you got to stay right where you are and focus on winning the next play. And it was a great lesson to me when that game ended, of looking back to say, look how far you can go when you just focus on the next play. And in some ways, being down 33-0 freed us up, because I think it allowed us to forget the scoreboard and forget the clock and sort of rule that out as the game likely is over. So let's just go play one play at a time and try to win each play for what it is. And then you look back and you see what you're able to do with that mindset. It's a great example of maybe to learn from moving forward, of how to play football, coming up in 2023. Handle the season just one play at a time, regardless of the score or the time left in the game.
And the kick is good. It's a winner at U.S. Bank Stadium. And the Vikings are kings of the North once again.
Yeah, it was truly remarkable, and I love it when you're talking to Tom Pelissero, and he goes, you just set the all-time record. You go, wait, what?
I had no awareness of it, and I think that lack of awareness probably is what helped us get it done.
All right, I know you guys gave them total access, but after the loss to the Giants game, you allowed that camera crew to climb in your car and ride home to your house. Was there a point where you were going to say, maybe, you know what, guys, I'll talk to you in the morning?
Well, I felt this was what the show was all about. This was what we signed up for. So at that point, there was no surprise to me. I understood the expectation. And again, it goes back to, this will allow people to see what it's like. And that isn't just in the highs, it's also in the lows. And I think to be able to see a car ride home after what was one of the most disappointing losses of my career, ultimately, I think that is valuable to be able to capture and show people. So the NFL film crew, I can't say enough positive things about them. The way they, handled everything, the class they operated with, the way they listened to what I needed. They were just phenomenal from start to finish. And when you have a film crew like that, you're willing to sign up for, a lot of things.
Well, and it really put it in perspective when you turn in the driveway. Julie goes to you, it's garbage night. So then you had to go out and take the garbage out after a game like that.
Yeah, that was another great, summation of what it's like. Life doesn't stop because the Vikings win or the Vikings lose. And your family, of all people, knows that you're a lot more than just a quarterback. So you're also take the garbage to the street guy on Sunday night. And thankfully our driveway isn't too long, so it's not too tall a task. But I thought that was kind of a funny way to capture what it means to be far more than just the Vikings quarterback.
He understood just as I do today.
Football will one day end.
They also show in episode 8 you winning the Bart Starr Award, which is given to players who go beyond what it is to be just an NFL quarterback, both on and off the field. And they showed a clip from your acceptance speech where it really hit you. We haven't seen that side of you. Why did that moment mean so much to you, Kirk?
Well, I think what the award represents, who it's named for, it was a tremendous honor. And when I was able to accept the award and then just in some quick thoughts share, looking back on Bart Starr's life, the impact he had and what truly was his motivation, being his faith, and how ultimately that's all that will matter. It just hit me in that moment as you kind of take stock of things and what really matters. And I didn't want to get emotional in the moment, but it just happened. And I think, again, it shows people, I guess, my heart and what really matters to me.
Well, I think that's the biggest takeaway from this, that if anyone ever doubts the commitment you have given to the sport, to the Vikings, to your teammates, to your family and friends, there's no question that you're all in every morning when you wake up.
I appreciate that. I wish I could just show up and be that good, but I've learned that for me to be able to last in this league and have success, I have to give every inch, and I can't leave anything out there. And so I wish I was someone who was naturally good enough to just show up, but that's never been my story. It never will be. So I'm always looking for those inches. And again, I think that was something that came through in the documentary.
Yeah, and that's kind of how you push through it, right? That's how you overcome maybe some physical, shortcoming, that you're looking for every edge, thinking through everything. You're upset at yourself when a play doesn't go the way you think you should have been able to perform. And I think that's what's made you a success to this point.
I think so, Jim. I think that's a good way to summarize it. And there's more to go get up ahead. We've got bigger goals up ahead. We won the division last year. We need to do it again. And it'll all start here in a couple of weeks when training camp begins.